Are we live? What is going on out there in the land of the unfree America? What's up with the Playboy? Got some good stuff for you today, boy. Cops are just doing it right, aren't they? Can someone do me a favor? Can someone say hello in the chat? What is going on? 100%. What's going on? 100%. Good to see you, my friend. Did you double tap? Could you double tap on that screen for me if you would, please? That's my dog. My dog always barks. But what are you going to do, Rat Boy Ninja? What's up, Everett Sanchez? What's going on? Russian Plant. What's up with the Playboy? What's going on out there, y'all? How's everybody doing? Audit Them is in the room. Holy shit. And News Now Ninja. You guys, there are two activists in the chat. Hey, Jay, pull that towel. Hit the start button. Hit the start button. 1 second, you guys. Hit the start button. You got to get it pedal fast, as hard as you can. And then you'll hear it beep and come on. Hit the start button. Then hit manual, lower right, and then hit the levels. It works. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to play a second of this so I can help my buddy real quick.
I work here.
Turn around.
I work.
Stand up and turn around. What's going on with you? ID card. Something with your name on it.
I break the law, sir.
6K93 Central?
That's my ride. I'm gonna go ahead and go.
No, you're not. Can you start me now, Union, please?
I didn't break any laws. I didn't break any laws, sir. So,
Stop, dude. You can make an emergency, please. I got one resisting.
sir, I work here, sir. I just got off work. You don't believe me?
Dude, you're gonna get tased.
Okay, I work here. Sir.
Turn around.
I work.
Stand up and turn around.
Okay, I work here, sir.
Put your hands behind your back. Don't move.
So let me give you guys full disclosure. I got this guy's email address. Can you guys hear me? Give me a 5x5 if you guys can hear me. Give me a 5x5. Joseph Barbini is already gifting out free memberships. What the flock? What is going on with Joseph Barbini in the house? Chevy's in the hizzy. Brendan got a free membership. Mad Hatter, OTVO. Mad Hatter has added the Overturn Terry versus Ohio to his username. Yeah, Mad Hatter. You guys double tap on the screen with your fingers like you're trying to do one of those old track games. Double tap on the screen like this, like this, like this. So listen, I was raised devout Catholic. And what I learned about being a devout Catholic is that no one can spew hellfire and brimstone like a Catholic priest. And I was an altar boy. Claudette, is Claudette in the room? Melania, is Melania in the room? I don't see her. Radic, a.k.a. Ski. Do I see Jeff Vacone in the room? Do I see Danelle Brown? Chevy's in the room. Holy shit, we got so lucky. Chevy's here right off the bat. All right, so listen, I wrote this copper right here an email. I'm going to show you that email that I wrote to him. What's the matter, you? But let's get into this.
Don't move. If you move... What's going on with you? ID card. Something with your name on it.
I break the law, sir.
6K93 Central?
That's my ride. I'm gonna go ahead and go.
No, you're not.
That's my ride.
Can you start me now, Union, please?
I didn't break any laws.
And this says, officer threatens to tase Paul Wirt. I just got his last name, who just got off work. Man.
I didn't break any laws, sir. So,
Stop, dude. You can make an emergency, please. I got one resisting.
I work
Did you hear what he just said? That dirty pig just said we could make this an emergency. Jeff Vacone is in the room.
Dude, you're going to get tased.
Why is he going to be tased? I don't, it's the authoritarian police state, prison state, death state. That's what it is.
I work here.
Turn around.
I work.
Stand up and turn around.
I work here, sir.
Put your hands behind your back. Don't move. Don't move. If you move, there's a canine in my car. You're going to get dog bit.
So what do I always warn you guys about? The canine cop is the most sick, sadistic pig there is. There's nothing more sadistic, disgusting. Joseph Barbini with the super chat. That's right, Playboy. There's nothing more disgusting than a canine copper. Because the canine cop has to abuse that dog. What's the matter, you? And you know that. And you know that. Where's Death Angel? Where is Death Angel?
Stop moving your hands.
Wow, this guy's got a problem. Why? 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 Why?
6K93 Central. I got one detained. If I was the channel, you can clear it.
So Paul Wirt just got off work, was waiting for Lyft when he was arrested by Daniel Rippeon. Thanks for the super chat, Joseph Barbini. I appreciate that. Joseph Barbini, man. Someone match him. Somebody match Joseph Barbini. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. But he's waiting for his Lyft sitting outside of his place of employment. Does everybody see that? Rancho Relaxo? Do you see that, Everett? I want to make sure everybody sees what's going on here. The guy's sitting outside his place of work. I wrote Daniel Rippeon an email, and I went Catholicism on his ass.
Who is that? Is that person related to you?
No, that's my lift. Can you just let them know that it's $40.
I asked, okay, I pull up. Let's recap everything.
All right.
So I pull up, I see you sitting there, and then all of a sudden I'm pulling up, you're hiding behind the pillars of a closed business. How's that look for an analyst?
I just got
Dude,
He was not hiding behind Seldwin. Seldwin, you've been a member for a year and a half. Holy shit.
But just look from it's a closed business.
Right.
I pulled up, you're hiding behind the pillars.
He is not hiding behind the pillars. He was sitting on the bench. He was sitting on the bench.
Looks strange. Does that look weird? Does that sound weird to you?
There's nothing weird about it. What's weird is that you're harassing a guy who just got off work. Jeff Vacone and Gloria both super chatting. Man, you guys, thank you so much. I appreciate the support.
Listen, and then I tell you you're detained.
Yeah.
And you're telling me you're going to leave.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I understand.
Then you were resisting.
Okay.
When he was resisting, Body Stomp just got a free membership. So let's just run it back a little bit here. We're at 1 minute, 47 seconds. We're going to come right back. We're going to come right back to this. Let's see the resisting here.
That's my ride. I'm going to go ahead and go.
No, you're not. Hard. Something with your name on it.
I'm going to break the law, sir.
6K.
So he says, give me your ID. And he says, no, I didn't break the law, which is within your right. It's on your cop card. The cop cards that I sell, that I give away to people, it's on your cop card. You don't have to give ID, even with reasonable articulable suspicion. You might have to say your first and last name, but you don't have to give your identification. It's on your Fifth Amendment cop card. It says it right on there. Seldwin with the super chat. What's up, Playboy?
Central.
Let's see the resisting, though.
That's my ride. I'm going to go ahead and go.
So he says, that's my ride. I'm going to go ahead and go. His arms are stretched out. He's just chilling like a motherfucking villain, okay?
No, you're not. Can you start me now, Union, please?
So no, you're not. He says, I'm not. You're not going to get in your ride and leave. And he says, okay, fine, I'm not. Will Davis with the $25 super chat. What's up with the Playboy, Will?
I didn't break any laws. I didn't break any laws, sir. So,
I didn't break any laws, so I'm going to go. How is that resisting? Can you guys put in the comment section for me? That's not resisting. Can someone put it? That is not resisting. That's not resisting.
Stop, dude. You can make an emergency, please. I got.
Make it an emergency, please. This Daniel Rippeon, he must have a really tiny personality.
One resisting.
I work here, sir. I just got off work. You don't believe
Dude,
me?
you're gonna get tased.
For what? What's he gonna get tased for?
Yeah, I work here.
Turn around.
I work.
Stand up and turn around.
Okay, I work here, sir.
Put your hands behind your back.
He says, stand up, turn around, put your hands behind your back. That's what Paul Wirt does. Holy snarling snake shit, reach the peak. We're on our way to 1 million subscribers. Can you guys hit the subscribe button? Can you hit the subscribe button right now? Everybody, double tap on your screen, double tap, and hit the subscribe button for me, please. Appreciate that.
Don't move. Don't move. If you move, there's a canine in my car. You're gonna get dog bit.
You're going to get dog bit. Will Davis says, thank you for your work. Thank you for your work. Will Davis, I can only do it with the help by people like you. Really, people who support this channel. Every day I wake up, I work from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed. The only breaks I take is to try to work out a little bit and to try to take my dog outside. That's it. Other than that, we don't stop. Put it in the comment section for me, please. 500 people here. Put "we don't stop" in the comment section. Put it in the motherfucking comment section. Death Angel, is Death Angel in the room? Put "we don't stop," Ed Rooney. Can you do that for me? Roxy, can you put "we don't stop"? Can you put "we don't stop" in there, Chico? Reach the Peak is here. Reach the Peak. He's only got 30 minutes. Reach the Peak. Love you, brother. Love you so much, Reach the Peak. You are one hell of an amazing human being.
Stop moving your hands!
That's his Uber. That's his Uber. That's his Uber. You hear that ringing? That's his Uber calling right there.
6K93 Central. I got one detained.
And now the cop's splaining begins. And now the cop's...
channel, you can clear it. Who is that? Is that person related to you?
No, that's my lift. Can you just let them know that it's $20.
Dude,
it's $40.
I asked. Okay.
So he says it's $40. And look at this guy. Look at him. He just works hard, man. He hasn't done anything. He just goes to work. He works at fucking CVS, dude. Do you know how kind I am to people who work at CVS and people who work at Dunkin' Donuts and people who work at Lawz or work at Home Depot? Do you know how kind I am to those people? They're working for a set wage. They don't get super chats. No one's super chatting this guy, right? He doesn't get $25 from a guy that says keep up the good work. No one walks by and tips him.
Okay, I pull up. Let's recap everything. All right. So I pull up.
So now this is the cop splaining right here, y'all.
I see you sitting there, and then all of a sudden I'm pulling up. You're hiding behind the pillars.
And then he lies and says you're hiding behind the pillars. The civil rights lawyer does a really great breakdown on this. I just don't really cover other creators' videos unless it's the only place I can find the body cam.
Of a closed business, how's that look?
You said hiding. I just got up and took a walk.
But just look from my. It's a closed business.
Right.
I pulled up. You're hiding behind the pillars.
That's the third time he said the same lie.
Looks strange. Does that look weird? Does that sound weird to you?
Les Paul, it does not look weird, does it? Les Paul, can you put in the chat? That's not weird. Sitting there waiting for your Uber is not weird. Waiting for your Lyft, that is not weird. Reach the Peak with a super chat. Reach the Peak. Is that weird that you're sitting outside of your work on the bench? Rat Boy Ninja, is that weird? That's not weird.
And then listen, and then I tell you you're detained.
Yeah.
And you're telling me you're gonna leave.
No. You didn't say he was detained. You did not say that. You started questioning him, and he said, I'm waiting for my ride, and then that was it. Then you said...
Then you were resisting.
Okay. I apologize. You said hiding. I just got up and just put my hoodie on. That's all I did.
Do you really work here?
I swear to God I work here. But what time is it? Can you tell me what time it is? Just tell me what time it is. I get it.
What's your name?
Look up what time CVS closes. It's 10 o'clock.
You got your ID card on you?
I didn't do anything wrong, sir.
Jose Hernandez with a super chat. That's right, Jose Hernandez. Jose, it's you and it's Death Angel. You two guys are waiting for the hoodies. I got to call my print guy. I already got the hoodies at the shop. I probably just got to go downtown and pick them up. That's what I got to do. I'm sorry for you two guys that are waiting on your hoodies.
I got off work and my manager just left. His name is Mike. I'm your ride. This is my ride. Just 1 second.
No. I'll talk to him for a second.
So did you hear the cop go, nah. You guys, listen, 2/3 of you are not subscribed. Did you hit the subscribe button? We're on our way to 1 million subscribers on this channel right here. Did you hit the mother trucking subscribe button? Can you hit the subscribe button for me, please? And would you double tap on the screen? That hits the like button. And then put in the comment section, OTVO.
Hey, you're good to go. He doesn't need a ride anymore. I'm going to give him one.
Oh, you're going to give him a ride, is he?
I said he called a Lyft or something, I think.
Yeah, we're on the left.
Yeah, I got one for him. So you're free to go.
Yeah.
And
oh, by the way,
cancel it or something. But let's talk about this right here just for a moment, okay? So he ordered a Lyft, and then the Lyft got there, and he can't cancel it on his phone because he's in torture cuffs. So that means that his Lyft rating is going to go down. That means the next time he calls for a Lyft, the other drivers who get the call, they may say, I don't want to pick that guy up. He's got a 3 stars instead of 4 stars. And that's what the cop did to this guy. And we don't even think about that. Jeff hates pigs! Jeff hates pigs! He can't even, it's going to affect his Lyft rating is what it's going to do.
Then he might get arrested. So I do believe that he works here. I mean, he looks like he's in workers' clothing, but I mean, he was going to try to dictate and tell me he was going to leave. So I'm not playing that game. No.
Right, you're not playing what game? It's just so. Listen, let me tell you something. Last night I watched this at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Last night I was just fucking blazing pissed. Like I can't even tell you how pissed off I was. You're going to see the email I wrote to this guy.
Don't lean against the car so hard. I gotta check your pockets. You got anything illegal on you that you shouldn't have? You are going to jail tonight.
For what? For what?
Are you gonna talk or?
Why would he want to talk? What? Just so you guys know, this guy's grandfather was the chief of police in that county where he's being arrested right now. So he knows, what do? We plead the fifth. What does that mean? You don't talk. That means you don't talk to cops. And you could be as nice as you want. Officer, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right, sir. Or you could say, hey, buddy, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. Eat my shorts, copper.
No? Okay. That's fine. This is a fake pocket?
Yeah.
Yep. You want them what side you want them on? Take a seat.
Seatbelt.
What's that?
I was just asking about this seatbelt right here.
You don't want to have, you don't have questions for me? You understand why you're getting arrested?
He can't wait to cop-splain. He can't wait to cop-splain, Gary. He can't wait. Gary Hubbard. Gary Hubbard, you should be a member. I've seen you here before, man. It's good to see you, Gary. Thanks for coming by. Reach the Peak just gave out 5 memberships. Joseph Barbini with another super chat, like his 7th one of the day. This cop wants to cop-splain to this young man, Paul Wirt. He wants to cop-splain to him so badly. I'll back up 10 seconds.
You don't want to have, you don't have questions for me?
What do you mean you don't have any questions for me? Like, you walked up to me, put me in torture cuffs, arrested me, sent away my... It's just unbelievable. I Am Groot is in here too. Shit. What a great room we have. Honey Horsey is in here. What's going on, honey?
You understand why you're getting arrested?
I was just sitting there. I got.
Do you understand why you're getting arrested?
My lift came.
I'll pull this back so you don't get too hot.
No. Put my hoodie back on.
Nope. I don't want you to overheat back here, dude.
No, I don't want to let you overheat back here, dude. So let me tell you something. Reach the Peak bought 5 memberships, and let me tell you who it hit. Jethro Miller, Team DLZ. Brandon Mitchell slowly but surely coming around to Team DLZ a little bit. Derek Hates Pigs, Team DLZ. Drum King, Team DLZ. Man, Reach the Peak right on. And then Joseph Barbini said, Chille speaks the truth to light, and we don't stop. Get a trifold and cop car today. Go to my website. If you don't have a trifold in your car, DeleteLawz.com, and get a trifold and get it put in your car. What's the matter, you?
So you don't want me to explain to you? You're good? I want to explain to you. I think I dictated a little bit what was going on. You look, it was very strange, dude. Closed business. I pull up, you're hiding behind the pole. So I get out with you, okay? I asked you to identify yourself, then you asked me to detain. I tell you you are detained, okay? Because Lord and Crowley, I can investigate that. Although I'm not going to charge you with that, nor I'm going to go further in that. I asked you to identify yourself. If you fail to do that, I'm going to charge you with resisting, okay?
Oh, okay, you should just agree that. Norman Surefree with a $50 super chat. What is up, Norman? Thanks for the support. And Jeff Vacone. Jeff Vacone sent a super chat in on my phone already. Jeff Vacone already donated to me today. Thanks, Jeff. And then he just put a $10 super chat in. Man, holy shit. You guys are the most supportive group of people there is, period. Radek, a.k.a. Ski, just donated 5 memberships to people. This channel, you guys will not meet a bigger group of empaths, of people who truly care about what cops do to you, about the abuse that you receive, about you being put in the dungeon. There's not a bigger group of people or more caring and loving group of people that care about others. You should see the group chat. You guys should see the group chat and how amazing these people are on the group chat. Gloria's in there. Okay, so this says watch. Now, all right, now here's what I'm going to do. You guys know how hard it is for me to keep my mouth shut, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep my mouth shut, all right, and I'm going to watch this whole video again. I'm going to do the whole thing again, and I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm gonna watch this whole thing again. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. Let me see if I can get it here. Let me see if I can get it back. Gotcha. 1 second. Let me just see if I can refresh this bad chicken real quick. Oh, here goes the G.I. Joe losers. Why do we need this? Why do we need this in our country? Can anybody explain that to me? Why do we need army guys going into our houses? How many shootouts are happening in our country where there's an armed insurrection? Where we saw January 6th. January 6th, they were wearing tennis shoes and T-shirts. There was a few psychos who had zip ties and stuff like that, but nobody had machine guns or assault long rifles. Nobody had those. Even at January 6th, where that's the closest we've ever come to anything that could even be considered. And it wasn't. It was a scam done by the FBI. We know that. I'm not for overthrowing government. I'm not for, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing the policies, procedures, and protocols changed. But why do we need guys dressed up like G.I. Joe to go to people's houses that have chemicals? It's just News Now Ninja. News Now Ninja. Everybody make sure you get over there and watch his channel.
Police with a search warrant, open the door now. Police with a search warrant, open the door now. Police with a search warrant, open the door now. Police, hands up. Police.
Those are not police. That's a standing army right there. Those are not police. That is a standing army. Oh yeah, Camillard, never forget 9/11. Which part that we don't know how that really went down? Is that the part? Because my birthday is 9/11. And I'll never forget. I'll never forget that.
Hands up.
Man, Flynn.
Put on your side.
I'm with you.
Bravo, push left.
Move it up, move it up.
On your reach, up.
On your right, flank left. Coming down, kicking. Come on, hands up, hands up, hands up. Just killing people.
Let me see your head.
Just killing people. They're living out their G.I. Joe fantasy. That's what they're doing. They're living out their G.I. Joe fantasy. It is so... Oh, no, that's not from Obama. Militarized police is not from Obama. I'm sorry. It's actually from George W. Bush. And I believe, what is that? Is it section 2003 or... I can't remember it off the top of my head. 1008, and that was by George W. Bush, my friend, not Obama.
Put on your side.
It's a fact.
On your reach, up.
Three's open.
I just can't stand it. You know, it's so funny. They could surround the house with a bunch of people holding cameras and say, you have been surrounded. There's a drone in the air. And they don't have to do this. You could do a siege, a modern day siege with cameras and drones where nobody's getting away. Why do they have to do this? And the military terminology, moving up, flank on the right, look over there, coming through. We just don't want it. We just don't need it. I need all 1,000 of you to double tap on your screen with your finger. Just take your finger and double tap on your screen. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button.
Hands up. Take a look.
Why did the cop shoot him? For what reason did he shoot him? Whoa. For what reason was the man shot? I just can't get it wrapped around my head. I cannot get it wrapped around my head. Oh, that's Chevy's song. Sorry about that. That was a great song, by the way, Chevy. That was a great song you did, buddy. That was really good, dude. I just can't understand. Whoa, man. Super chats are rolling in. Holy snarling snake shit. Super chats are rolling in. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the support. You know, listen, let's finish this one and I'll get into some house cleaning business. I see the super chat. Thank you. I appreciate that. What's the matter you with the super chat?
Let me see your head. Hands open. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Take them.
Okay, so now we're going to go super slow. So there's people. Oh, there it is. They're going to freeze frame. He had a firearm in his own house. He had a firearm in his own house. Can you believe it? So you got to kill him for that. We are live, my friend. We are live. 100%. I see you. So then let me read this. Let me read the bullshit off. As deputies moved Bartlett outside to meet arriving paramedics, deputy's number one camera captured an image of Bartlett's rifle behind the bedroom door. So if you even have a rifle, Norman Sherfree. Hey, Norman Sherfree, thanks for the super chat, man. I really appreciate that. Liberty Troll is here. Holy shit, Liberty Troll is here. What's up, Playboy? So now they said that they had a rifle. All right, let me see if I can get this back here. Let me see if I can get this back. Can I get it back? Oh, dude, so frustrating. Let me try a different link. Okay, so that's the conclusion. Let me see if I can get a different link, and then I'm going to come back to that because I want to show you guys the email that I sent to that dirty pig, Daniel Rippeon. Okay, this is going to make your blood boil. This is going to make your blood boil. I actually did a short on this already. The short hasn't come out yet, but this is some bullshit right here. This is some absolute and total bullshit. You see this man right here? His name is Terry Whitehead. Terry Whitehead is 19 years old. He's been incarcerated in one of the dungeons of America. Put a 1 in the chat if we should not have dungeons in this country. Put a 1 in the chat if we should not have Ed Rooney. Put a 1 in the chat. Jim Barclay, put a 1 in the chat if we should not have dungeons in this country. I just want to see how many people agree.
Whitehead, what are you doing, man?
What did I do?
I ain't never had a problem. Why you gonna spit on us? Sergeants come around. You know how this is. Just take this.
I just had to take a shit, bro. I swear to God,
just
bro.
take the.
He said he had to take a shit. That's what he said. That's what he said. Oh, let me read that super chat. TFM constitutional something. TFM, he said, Ohio 24-1289 emergency review needed. Supreme Court of Ohio wrongful conviction fraud. Serious fun here. I would love to read that. Can you email that to me?
Strings down.
I just need to take a shit.
And thanks for the super chat. So just so you guys know, the way they treat you in the dungeon, as you guys know, Mike's Great Radio is in here, everybody. What is going on, Mike? So listen, the way they treat you in the dungeon is they put a shitter right there. So you got to take a crap in front of everybody. And so what some of the people who are incarcerated in a dungeon will do is they'll put like a towel up over, they put a window 4 inches wide, like 24 inches tall. And so you'll take a strip of toilet paper and you cover it up. Now in the dorms, each cell is separated by a little 3-foot wall. And then the guy next to you, you can hear him taking a dump. He's literally 24 inches away from you. And so you only get this much time to go to the bathroom. Well, Terry Whitehead here, he decided that he wanted to put Complying Borg is here. He decided he wanted to put a piece of toilet paper up over the window. And then the guard says, why you got to spit in our face like that? But he didn't spit in anybody's face, just so you know. The guard is saying that he spit in our faces because he put toilet paper up over the thin window so he could take a shit in privacy. That's the reason why he's in torture cuffs right now, and watch what happens.
That's all she was gonna do.
All I need, well, you know, I don't give y'all problems like that, bro. I do not give you problems like that, Schwartz, bro. You know,
I'm gonna zoom in here so you guys can see it. Okay, the guard's name is David Schwartz. David Schwartz is gonna get fired, but I don't know if he did any jail time here. Gareth, thanks, buddy. Gareth, do me a favor, double tap on the screen, hit the like button. Alec Whitenell, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Double tap on the screen for me, everybody. 1,100 people in here. Double tap on the screen for me. Hit the subscribe button. We're on our way to 1 million subscribers. Mikey B!
That's all she was gonna do.
all I need, well, you know, I don't give y'all problems like that, bro.
Did you see David Schwartz? He goes to hit him. He goes to hit him like this, and I don't know if he thinks about it or if he doesn't feel like he's got a good shot. So David Schwartz will pull his fist back, and then he kind of waits a moment, and then he really gives a shot to Terry Whitehead's face. 1,500 people in here. Let's go.
is. Just
Bro,
take
I just
the
had to take a shit, bro. I swear to God,
Just
bro.
take the fucking strings down.
I just need to take a shit.
That's all she was.
He just had to take a shit. That's all he's saying.
All I need, bro, you know I don't give y'all problems like that, bro. I do not give you problems like that, Shorts, bro. You know,
Look at that, you piece of shit. You nasty, disgusting pig. You disgusting pig. Oh, hey, TFM Constitution, how much to review a case? I don't charge anything like that, dude. That's not how I roll. If you want to donate money, thank you. I appreciate your support. If you want me to review your case and you got it on video or something I can review, I'll review it for you. Just email it to me. You don't got to pay me a dime, dude. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it.
Strings down.
I just need to take a shit.
That's all she was gonna do.
You see this? So he's gearing up like this. He's gearing up.
All I need, bro, you know I don't give y'all problems like that, bro.
See that? There was the first clutch, and now here comes the strike to Terry Whitehead's face.
I do not give you problems like that, Shorts, bro. You know,
Look at that. And if you guys can't see David Schwartz's face here, match me, says Joseph Barbini, throwing in a couple bucks, man. Thanks, Joseph. So take a look at David Schwartz's face right here. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see his face. He's that angry. Do you see his face right there? This man is so angry, he can barely contain himself. And you're going to see in a moment that I'm not lying. I prove it here in a second. He's so angry at the world. He's so... Oh, Keep Fit said, hi, I'm watching from a UK prison. Shit.
Spit on us. Sergeant's coming around. You know how this is. Just take the
I just
strings.
had to take a shit, bro. I swear to God,
Just
bro.
take the fucking strings down.
I just need to take a shit.
Take the strings down. 1,800 people here. If everybody hits the subscribe button right now, we'll gain 1,000 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button right now. Double tap on your screen that hits the like button and put in the comment section, Team DLZ. Later, Jay. Thanks for coming, brother. Put in the comment section, Team DLZ. Put it in the comment section for me.
That's all she was gonna do.
All I need, bro, you know I don't give y'all problems like that, bro. I do not give you problems like that, Shorts, bro. You know,
So you see what it says here? It says right here, Terry Whitehead. Sorry about that. I got another super chat just came through. There it is. I took my court case all the way to the Supreme Court on my own. Defaulted the state. They won't even arrest me anymore. I attempted to turn myself for a felon in possession of a firearm. They won't take it, said TFM. Shoot, Ed Rooney with the $20 super chat. Ed and TFM, thanks, man. I appreciate it. So let's read this real quick.
like that, Shorts, bro. You know,
So there's the shot we've seen 15 times now, which makes me cringe every time. And then it says right here, I want to read this to you. Terry Whitehead, 19 years old, hung toilet paper over his cell window. That was his whole... The reason why David Schwartz just beat him in the face is because he hung toilet paper over his window of his cell. Thanks for the super chat, boys. Thank you so much, Ed and TFM. TFM, I want to see your case. During a routine security check while he was using the toilet. He keeps saying he had to take a shit. Congratulations, TFM. Hey, listen, I don't like what David Schwartz did. I saw a couple comments in here. Let's not start going racist. I'm against what Israel is doing in Palestine. I'm against that. But I'm of Jewish heritage. I don't think that all Jews are bad people. I think Benjamin Netanyahu's a piece of shit, just like George W. Bush was, just like Obama was, just like Trump is, just like Reagan is, just like Joe Biden's a piece of shit. You're not going to get me to a line on the left and the right because they're both such dog shit. But please don't use racial slurs at people in here, y'all. I don't like what this cop did. His name is Schwartz. He could be Jewish. Not all Jewish people beat on people like this. That's not true.
All you had to do is take the strings down, dude.
I'll take him down next time, bro. Y'all ain't having no problem with that, bro. Y'all treat us right, you feel me? On everything.
I give y'all double trays every day and everything.
It's ain't.
I give you all double trays of dog food. I give you all double trays of dog food. I'm against Hamas, too. I read the comment. I'm against Hamas. I'm against the attempted genocide that the Israeli government is doing, not against the Israeli people. I love Jewish people. I got nothing against Jewish people. I have nothing against Palestinian people. You're not going to get me in a land war in the Middle East and be like, oh, this side's right. No, this side's right. No. Killing each other's wrong. Okay? All right? And not every Palestinian is Hamas, and not every Jew is a crazy Zionist. So please, come on. You guys, don't start that in here. This channel is about police accountability. It's not about the war in the Middle East.
Right by her though, on my mom.
You need medical?
He says, I give him 2 trays. No excuse for the offer hitting him, but take a poo and needed to cover himself in jail is kind of ridiculous. I just went through it. In my book, I explained to you what happened to me in jail with having to go to the bathroom, complying Borg.
Bro, I'm straight. I don't want no medical.
Former Marine Officer David Schwartz a second officer was also fired. I don't give a shit about being fired. I don't care about the cops being fired. I want them charged with crimes and put in a dungeon. Just like you or I would be put in a dungeon. I want them charged with fucking crimes and put in a fucking dungeon. That's what I want to happen. TFM, you got to shoot me that over. Someone give TFM my email address. Gloria with another super chat. Holy snarling snake shit. Yum Yum is here. Look at him. Look at him. Look at how mad the piggy is when he leaves the cell. Okay, remember what this guy has done wrong, Terry Whitehead. He has hung up toilet paper over the window so he can take a shit in peace. He says exactly that. Thanks, Gloria, for the super chat. Radic, a.k.a. Ski. Now watch this. When David Schwartz leaves the cell, where they have Terry Whitehead in a dungeon, watch what he does. He slams the door. He's so angry. What are you so angry about, brother? David Rodding, what is he so angry about, Tim Sawyers? What are they so angry about, Philip? Whitehead filed suit against these 2 officers for excessive force and assault and battery. Slamming the door because he's a God-blessed psycho. Now, I want to show something here. I want to go back to this. I'm going to show you guys this. We saw this a second ago. We're not going to watch the whole thing. You guys remember this a second ago. Let me show you the Catholic in me. Let me show you the Catholic that I was raised. Because in Catholicism, there is no better hellfire and brimstone than Catholics. And I was an altar boy. For several years in the Catholic Church, I had an amazing priest. He never touched me other than to put his arm around me, tap my head, and say, you're a good young man. I had an amazing priest, Father Strauss. God rest his soul. He passed away. But I had a great priest. My days in catechism and CCD were beautiful. I loved connecting with other young Catholic children. So I have nothing against anybody who's any religion, but I happen to be raised Catholic. Now we're going to watch this whole thing, and I'm going to try to keep my fucking mouth shut here, Rancho Relaxo. Gloria!
No, you're not. Can you start me now, Rippeon, please?
I didn't break any laws. I didn't break any laws, sir. So
Stop, dude. You can make an emergency, please. I got 1 resisting.
Sir, I work here, sir. I just got off work. You don't believe me?
Dude, you're going to get tased.
Okay, I work here, sir.
Turn around.
I work here.
Stand up and turn around.
Okay, I work here, sir.
Put your hands behind your back. Don't move. Don't move. If you move, there's a canine in my car. You're going to get dog bit.
And I wasn't.
Stop moving your hands.
Thanks, Salam Allah.
6 canine, 3 central.
I'm trying not to talk.
I got 1 detained. If I have the channel, you can clear it. Who is that? Is that person related to you?
No, that's my lift. Can you just let them know that it's $20?
Dude,
it's $40.
I asked, okay, I pull up. Let's recap everything.
All right.
So I pull up, I see you sitting there, and then all of a sudden I'm pulling up, you're hiding behind the pillars of a closed business. How's that look?
Well, you said hiding, I just got up
Dude,
and took a walk.
but just look from it's a closed business.
Right.
I pull up, you're hiding behind the pillars. It looks strange. Does that look weird? Does that sound weird to you?
But you said
and then
hiding.
listen,
Okay.
and then I tell you you're detained.
Yeah.
And you're telling me you're gonna leave.
Okay. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I understand.
Then you were resisting.
Okay. I apologize. You said hiding. I just got up to put my hoodie on. That's
He
all.
said he
I did.
Do
was
you really
sorry.
work here?
I swear to God, I work here. But what time? What time is it? Can you tell me what time it is? Just tell me what time it is. I get it. Look what.
What's your name?
Look up what time CVS closes. Look up what time CVS closes. It's 10 o'clock.
You got your ID card on you?
I didn't do anything wrong, sir. I got off work and my manager just left. His name is Mike.
Well,
I'm your ride. This is my ride. Just 1 second.
nah. I'll talk to him for a second. Hey, you're good to go. He doesn't need a ride anymore. I'm gonna give him one. I said he called a lift or something, I think.
Yeah, we're on the left.
Yeah, I got one for him. So you're free to go.
Yeah.
I got a BZ Watchdog with a super chat. If you guys are not subscribed to BZ Watchdog, Charles Campos just gifted out a membership. Thanks, Charles. And the person who got that was Eric Treater. Sally Stanley with the super chat. Thank you, Sally. Thank you so much, Sally. I appreciate that. And thank you, Charles. And then BZ Watchdog said, BZ Watchdog, you guys get over there and subscribe to his channel. 1,300 people here. Make sure you subscribe. Working on getting government officials in Texas charged. Texas Ranger investigating. One cop and one filed a criminal complaint to the AG about the Tarrant County District Attorney.
You can
Salam
cancel it or
Allah.
something.
Thank you,
He
Salam.
might get arrested. So I do believe
He
that
might get arrested. Salam Allah with the super chat. Thank you, Salam Allah. I appreciate your support, dude.
he works here. I mean, he looks like he's in working clothing, but I mean, he was going to try to dictate and tell me he was going to leave. So I'm not
That's not what he did. What a lying pig. What a lying pig. Put it in the comment section. Butthurt lying pig.
playing that game. No. All right, face the car for me, bud.
Yeah, Jeff Hates Pigs has got it right. Show me the good cop in this video. Can someone point out the good cop? Put it in the comment section. JBTP. JBTP. And if anybody doesn't know what it is, someone in the comment section will tell you. Mikey B, can you let him know what JBTP stands for?
Don't lean against the car so hard. I got to check your pockets.
Don't lean against the car so hard. You got him in chains, dog.
Got anything illegal on you that you shouldn't have?
Son of a bitch.
You are going to jail tonight.
For what?
Are you going to talk or? No? Okay. That's fine. Is this a fake pocket? Yep. You want them what side you want them on? Take a seat. What's that?
Ask about this seatbelt right here.
I couldn't sleep last night, you know that? I couldn't sleep last night. I watched this. I laid in bed for an hour. Wheels were turning, wheels were grinding, and then I woke up and I decided to hit him with the Catholic altar boy that I was raised.
You don't have questions for me? You understand why you're getting arrested?
I was just sitting there. I got.
Do you understand why you're getting arrested?
My lift came.
I'll pull this back so you don't get too hot.
Quana Parker asks a very relevant question. Good to see you, Quana. Quana says, "Is it a joke?" No, this is an actual body cam footage. And there's a guy in Florida, James Madison Audits. He covered this as well. But I think the civil rights lawyer did the best coverage of this. I just don't cover his videos because he's his own creator, and I don't want to step on what he's doing, you know?
No. Put my hoodie back on.
Nope. I don't want you to overheat back here, dude.
He pulled his hoodie down, said, "I don't want you to overheat back there." And then Scottish just gifted a membership, and Nathan Perrins got that membership. Thanks, Scottish.
So you don't want me to explain to you? You're good? I want to explain to you. I think I dictated a little bit what was going on. You look, it was very strange, dude. Closed business. I pull up, you're hiding behind the pole. So I get out with you, okay? I asked you to identify yourself, then you asked me to detain. I tell you you are detained, okay? Because Lord and Crowley, I can investigate that. Although I'm not going to charge you with that, nor I'm going to go further in that. I'm asking you
Oh, he's such a nice copper.
to identify yourself. If you fail to do that, I'm going to charge you with resisting, okay?
Okay, so you guys saw that, right? Everybody sees that. Everybody can see that. You guys saw that. Reach the peak. Reach the peak. Love you. You are my brother. You are forever for me. Reach the peak. Reach the peak is such a patriot. Thank you so much for your support. Reach the peak. I really appreciate it. So Mark Bear, cop-splaining, he said ass-splaining. So Mikey Paul, in Naples, Florida, let me show you my response. Can I show you guys my response to this real quick? Let me just pop it in here. Here was my response, because through James Madison Audits, I actually got the email address, so give him credit. And so I decided to write an email to this cop. And here's the email that I wrote to the, son of a fucking, let me see if, son of a, damn it. I can't, that's what it does, huh? Let me see if I can do it like this. It won't. Oh, there it is. I got it. Okay, cool. So here's the email. I know you guys probably can't see that, but let me read this to you. And I wrote this email to Daniel Rippeon, and I'll just read it so you guys can understand what I put here. And I'm going to read this email that I sent to Daniel Rippeon. I'm going to read it in classic Catholicism damnation. I said R.E. on the subject email, piece of shit. One day, hopefully when you're old and gray and your time on earth has passed, you will meet God, and God will cast you into hell. Retire and repent before it's too late. Beg God for forgiveness. You have sinned against the Holy Spirit. Your soul is marked for eternal damnation. You can be forgiven, not by me, but I'm not your judge, jury, or executioner. Only God is. Your life is ruined. Quit and repent, or I fear you'll hurt and possibly even kill good people, God's people. You're a bad person. I wish you the worst fate. Unfortunately, I cannot forgive you. Only you can do the work necessary to save your soul. I'd wish you luck, but I hope you burn in hell. I only wish I was there to see it. I won't be, because I'll be saved in heaven. And maybe God will help me forgive such a piece of shit that you most certainly are. I don't think so. I believe you're a demon and you're damned. And then I quoted Revelations. Revelations 21:8. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and the murderers and the whoremongers and the sorcerers and the idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with the fire and brimstone, which is your second death. That's how you go straight Catholic. That's how you go straight biblical Catholic. And just so you know, right? What I said to the cop, I said, I'm not your judge, jury, and executioner. One day when you pass and hopefully you're old and gray, everything I said was to parse my words so that, oh man. And then someone said, didn't Jesus say to love everyone regardless of how bad they are? Man, I wish I could. I wish I could forgive. I really do. I wish I could forgive like that. I just have a real hard time forgiving pieces of shit. You know what I mean? I got a real hard time forgiving pieces of shit. I just got a real hard time with that. So TFM, your case is going to require I do a little research and a little reading before I show your case online here. And then TFM said, I am one of two witnesses from Revelation 11. The Father wrote my entire case. I have measured the temple inside and out and found it lacking. We're going straight biblical on this channel, folks. We're going biblical, and I'll tell you why you can go biblical. The reason why you can go biblical, and thanks for the super chat, TFM. I appreciate that, man. Keep them coming. Somebody match him. Somebody match him. It's a $10 super chat. Let me get 10 matches. 10 matches. No church in the wild. Yeah, so then Charlie Campo said, Mr. DeCastro, let's come together. The 10th Amendment Center together. We can end despotism, usurpation, usurpation and this oligarchy government we have today. I hope so, Charlie. I really do hope so, man. Chevy's in the chat. Good fellas. What's going on? I'm having a good time today. Forgive me. Forgive me for having fun, but I'm having fun today. I mean, I'm not going to get down and pissy. There's too many things.
Hello, license registration?
What do you...
Okay, so what do I teach you guys all the time? And I made this into a short already, so this is already into a short. But what do I tell you guys all the time? If you start the back and forth with, tell me why you pulled me over. Poet is a new subscriber. Everybody welcome Poet. Everybody welcome Poet. Welcome Poet. Everybody say welcome Poet. Welcome Poet, new subscriber. Yes. Gloria with the $10 super chat. Yes. Thank you, Gloria. Gloria, you are awesome. Thank you so much for your support, Gloria. There you go. Oh, and then we got a troll in the chat, everybody. Don't time him out. Don't kick him out. I enjoyed listening to the stupidity of some people, but I enjoy it. Let's TVO. Just don't call them pigs. Don't you call them pigs, okay? What do you guys see? Okay, so I want to show you guys something here. Okay, what do I teach you guys all the time? I teach you that if you start the back and forth with the pig, of tell me why you pulled me over and I'll give you my license. And the pig says, give me your license and I'll tell you why I pulled you over. What do I teach you guys? You have your license, registration, and proof of insurance in your freaking trifold ready to go, okay? Right? And you plead the fifth. But watch how quickly Jeff Vacone matching the super chat. John Lund just said it. You will lose. Brian Meir is in the chat, everybody. Holy shit, what a great room of people.
Pulling me over for?
I'll be glad to tell you as soon as you give me your information.
Well, I'll give you my information once you can articulate what crime I've committed.
Okay.
You're in a car. You're behind the wheel of the car. The 2014 case of Heen versus North Carolina says that a cop can make a mistake of law and still pull you over, and you still have to ID. And that's even going to go into Hibble versus Nevada 2004, that if he has reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime, you at least have to tell him your first name and last name. You may say, I identify as good citizen. Are you a U.S. citizen? Says TFM. The Joker with a super chat. Yes.
License registration.
What crime have I committed?
Okay. Step out of the vehicle.
What crime have I committed?
Step out of the vehicle.
This is...
Hello, license registration?
What are you pulling me over for?
I'll be glad to tell you as soon as you give me your information.
Well, I'll give you my information once you can articulate what crime I've committed.
Okay. License registration.
What crime have I committed?
Okay. Step out of the vehicle.
What crime have I committed?
Step out of the vehicle.
This is being recorded.
I saw your camera. Step out of the vehicle.
Shaking the mace up to spray you in the face with mace. Do you see that?
You're under arrest for disorderly conduct. Step out.
That's not a charge for...
Step out of the vehicle. You're under arrest for disorderly conduct. You gonna comply? Are you gonna comply?
I can't.
Unbuckle. Unbuckle. And step out of the vehicle.
I'm going to sue the shit out of you guys.
Unbuckle. Step out of the vehicle.
am.
Put your hands behind your back. There you go.
The Supreme Court has ruled that giving you guys the finger is not disorderly conduct. Freedom of speech.
Well, you happy to know? Or don't you decide otherwise?
You know, I'll tell you what. If that cop did that to me, Todd Epperson, no, the guy gave him the finger. The guy flipped him off.
Hello.
Okay, so the guy gave him the bird. He flipped him off. And then the cop comes up and says, give me your license, registration, and proof of insurance. And the guy says, I'm not going to give you my license, registration, and proof of insurance. Salam Allah with a super chat. What's up, Playboy? TFM with another super chat. And he says, my case will overturn Terry versus Ohio. God, I hope so. Team Delete Lawz from Northwest Pasadena. Another super chat. She's too exclusive. Retracted. The dollar still stands, though. Interesting.
License registration?
Thanks, she's too exclusive. And hey, you know, for the troll in the chat, dude, why don't you come over to the light, bro? Why don't you come over to the good side? Is the troll still in the chat? Are you still here, troll, who makes your whole channel off of, covering anything I do? If the troll's still in the chat, dude, I could give you inside access. Why don't you come to the light, my friend? Instead of living in the darkness with the dirty, ugly, nasty trolls, why don't you come to the light, brother? Come to the light. Come to the good side.
What are you pulling me over for? I'll be glad to tell you as soon as you give me your information. Well, I'll give you my information once you can articulate what crime I've committed. Okay. License, registration. What crime have I committed? Okay. Step out of the vehicle. What crime have I committed? Step out of the vehicle. This is being recorded. I saw your camera. Step out of the vehicle. You're under arrest for disorderly conduct. Step out. That's not a charge for... Step out of the vehicle. You're under arrest for disorderly conduct.
I'll be honest with you. I'm a wrestler and I've been a fighter my whole life. I used to love to fight. It just hurts too bad now that I'm a middle-aged man. It would be really hard for me not to want to whip his ass. I'm not going to whip his ass. Everybody here, if they ever say that I lost my cool and I started beating on a cop, I did not. I did not. It's not true. I didn't lose my cool. I tell you guys all the time, don't go to violence, right? But if the guy maced me in the face over me flipping him off, and I know there's no probable cause, he's just another man at that point. He's just abusing his authority. I'll take a look, TFM. I can't take a look right now while I'm live with, 1,500 people here. But I'll take a look, TFM. Constitutional, TFM with another super chat. Team DLZ, have you become a member, TFM? Do me a favor. Become a member of the channel. Let me get a little icon by the side of your name. I want you to be a member. I'm going to look into your case, man. And then Tim Sawyer is right underneath. He said, please look at my last email I sent you. It's jury misconduct, a handshake between the jury members and the officers. Wow. 3-point LeBron James Swift. I mean, listen, I got a guy right now in Utah who's being persecuted and they're charging him and it's all on video. What's the matter? You said, trolls, please super chat. Michael Dolan is in the room, everybody.
You gonna comply? Are you gonna comply?
I can't.
Unbuckle. Unbuckle. And step out of the vehicle.
I'm going to sue the shit out of you guys.
Unbuckle. Step out of the vehicle.
I am.
Put your hands behind your back. There you go.
The Supreme Court has ruled that giving you guys the finger is not disorderly conduct. Freedom of speech.
Well, you happy to know? Or don't you see decided otherwise?
Hello.
So I got a Danny Pierce here said, I became a member when you were doing jail time. Danny, it's people like you. Dan Fizzle's here, everybody. Dan Fizzle's in the room. Danny Pierce said, I became a member when you were doing your jail time. When I saw you take that jail time, I subscribed. I think it was $11 or $12 a month or something like that, and I've been paying ever since. For those of you who are diehard Team DLZ, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. I really do. Because, I give my product away far more than I sell it. That's just the way it is. If you want or need a trifold, at the very minimum, I'll email you a digital copy. Typically, I'll mail it out. I had about 4 weeks ago, I got like 60 or 70 requests, and I did 25. And then the other 35 people, I said, I'm sorry, I can't. Or 45 people, I said, I'm sorry, I can't. It still haunts me. I want to go back and find their addresses and mail them the trifold, because you have to have a trifold in your car. You have to have this part right here, Fifth Amendment. If you don't use any other part of the trifold, besides my right to film cops on the second page and your Fifth Amendment here, then you're better off than you were before. As far as people asking me about lawsuits that I'm involved with, I'm giving those people who I have sued, I'm giving them a chance to reconcile with me before I go into a lot of detail publicly. That's why I didn't release any videos. I want to give them a chance to reconcile, because the case I have against the people who I've sued recently, it is rock solid. I went over it with a super lawyer here in California who is an amazing attorney, and he looked at every bit of it. Overturned Terry versus Ohio is in the room, everybody. OTVO, put it in the comment section. OTVO, put it in the comment section. Overturned Terry versus Ohio is in here. Right on, Dan Fizzle. Right on, my friend. Good to see you, man. Killer Cop, King Killer 101. Facts, Chille. Yeah, if you guys need a trifold, email me. Send me your full shipping address. Make it easy so I can copy and paste it. I'll give away 10 today. If you can afford to buy it, don't send me your address and say, send me a free one. Go to my website and buy one. Support what I'm doing. And I'll still give away 10. I'll give away 10 free trifolds today. Go to my website, DeleteLawz.com. You can contact me through the website, or you can email me. Okay? You know, at least I'm doing something for people who want to talk shit. I do things. You can do what you want, but I actually make moves. I make moves. I've created something here that we just finished all the pieces. Denise, we just finished all the pieces. Rico Suave. And when we finish this, it's going to be Tits and McGee. Oh, man. You know, I did a short on this, but I got to show this to you guys. I'm not going to undercut the short, but I want you guys to see this video. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy.
Fox Carolina Investigates is also looking.
Okay, so check this out. Let me give you the nuts and bolts here real quick, okay? I'm going to give you the lowdown, then I'm going to let this thing play, okay? Okay, this woman is named Sims Ray. Okay, Sims Ray, at 18 years old, she moves to Atlanta. Now, she either becomes a hairdresser or a dancer or works valet, but she makes a lot of tips. She makes over $20,000 in tips. And the fun fact is that seized woman claims money stolen from her is being held by police years later. So Sims Ray here, she makes 20 grand at 18 years old in Atlanta. She's 21 in this interview. Let me tell you what happens to her. She gets robbed. I'll let her tell her own story, but she gets robbed. And then what happens is the cops end up stealing. Chille V just gifted 5 memberships, and Dan Fizzle got one. Yes. People News Today got a membership. Yes. You're hitting members of Team DLZ. That one guy got a membership. Neil Haslam got a membership. Right on. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Mikey B, stay on it, man. You got him.
I was stabbed.
So this girl.
To explain, here's Scotty Hunter.
If you're a victim of a crime, you expect the police to help. But Tamia Sims Irby says they haven't helped her.
It's definitely a nightmare.
Back in 2022, she graduated from high school, moved to Atlanta, and was making a life for herself. That's when 4 men robbed her.
I still have scars from being pistol whipped. It was chaos. It was just too much going on. I was stabbed. I was robbed for a significant amount of money.
They stole thousands of dollars from her and raced back to Greenville. That's when police picked them up.
So they stole thousands of dollars from her in Atlanta. And then the people who robbed her and stabbed her and beat her, they cruised to Greenville, North Carolina. Okay, so you following the story so far? Sims is her name. And then Jeff Vacone with 5 memberships. Right on, Jeff. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. James Preston got a membership. Top Notch Robbie got a membership. James Clare. Everybody welcome James. Welcome James. Everybody, Team DLZ, welcome James Clare. Signed up and got himself a membership. Mark Cullen got a membership. Loki 219 got a membership.
Up and seized the cash. Sims Irby said.
I was stabbed. I was robbed for a significant amount of money.
They stole thousands of dollars from her and raced back to Greenville. That's when police picked them up and seized the cash. Sims Irby said the men pleaded guilty in the case back in 2023, and she thought she would get her money back.
So they robbed her. The cops got the guys who robbed her and beat her and stabbed her. And then, so that's it. 2023, it's now 2025. Surely she has her money back by now.
3 years later, it's still in lockup at the Greenville Police Department.
What is that? What is that? City of Greenville Police Department still has her money?
Dealing with this for 3 years. I'm 21 today. This happened when I was 18 years old.
She can't understand why her money would still be tied up at the police department, so she hired an attorney and filed this lawsuit to get it back. The only problem, even if she does get it back, Sims Irby says she won't get all of her money because of legal fees.
Do you feel like you're being victimized again by the police department?
Yes, because it's like, what is y'all issue? Because why won't y'all just give the money back to me?
Sims Irby tells me she's tried to call the police department over and over again, but has gotten nowhere.
All they're doing is sending me out with a little card, phone numbers on the back. I'm calling. It's hard to reach out. I have to wait days later to get a phone call.
Finally, she says, because they did not want to give the money to the wrong person, she was told to take it to court and get an order from a judge.
Their final solution was file a civil suit.
No. Hold on. Let me cut through the bullshit. Kevin Gordon with the super chat. Kevin Gordon with the super chat. Yes. Thanks, Kevin. So let me explain it. The cops got the money, okay? And then they said, we'll give it back to you. And then finally they said, nah, we're not going to give it back to you. Just go file a lawsuit. So she has to file, just so you guys know, I just filed a lawsuit last week. Cost me $405. Now, I did not crowdfund that lawsuit because it's a defamation lawsuit and it's not a cop lawsuit. If it's a cop lawsuit, I'll crowdfund that money with Team DLZ. But this is a defamation lawsuit where people defamed me. So it cost me $405 to file the lawsuit. For her to sue the Greenville Police Department, it cost her $405. Well, I don't know. It has to be it is. It's $405. It has to be a federal lawsuit because the money was taken in Georgia and the claim is in North Carolina and it's under $75,000. But because there's dual jurisdiction, North Carolina and Georgia, then it has to be a federal tort lawsuit that she filed against the Greenville Police Department.
And then when I filed a civil suit, then what?
Fox Carolina Investigates reached out to the Greenville Police Department asking why it's taken so long for the money to be returned, whether the agency believes a court order is needed, and whether it should be on the victim to make that happen. A spokesperson told us the agency would not comment because of the active lawsuit.
It's a unique...
So you want to see a guy who is a professional cop sucker? Chille V, everybody. Everybody say hello to my friend Chille V. Chille V is in the chat. What's up, Chille? Tom Shaw is here. Man. I don't demand that you respect me, dude. You don't have to respect me. You're welcome in the chat, everybody. Welcome my friend to the chat here. I'm not going to say his name because he'd have more respect for me, but that's okay. You don't have to respect me, dude. But if people cross me and it hurts me, I will fucking sue you. And that's a fact, Jack. That's a fact.
Case.
So we spoke with our legal analyst, Grant Varner, who calls the case complex. He says there are a lot of moving parts at play, but ultimately it comes down to whether Sims Irby can prove the money is actually hers.
Well, the city of Greenville has an issue. Who do they return this cash to?
He's a professional cop sucker. He's a professional. And he's supposed to be an independent legal analyst, but look how he sucks off the cops.
How do they get it back in the hands of the rightful owner? And that's difficult to determine. And certainly the city doesn't want to be liable if they give the money back to Ms. Sims Irby, only for a couple of weeks later someone else to come along and say, hey, whoa, that was my money and I can prove it.
He says if the police department believes Sims Irby got the money through illegal activity, the agency could have filed an intent to seize the...
Well, thank you, Chad. I appreciate that. Listen, I'm trying to give the people who I sued a chance to settle before we air the dirty laundry. I have a video ready to go. But I've learned a lot suing for the past 5 years. I lost my first 3 years. We finally won one last year in 2024. And we won the case I got in 2023 in Apple Valley where they gave me a ticket for using my cell phone. I won that case. So I'm just trying to follow the court's procedure to give the people a chance to settle.
Cash, but it's unclear if that happened.
I don't see anything that indicates that's in play here or anyone's trying to seize the money.
Speaking. Oh, yes. Oh, come on. Don't you sit and piss on me and tell me it's tropical rain. The Greenville police are trying to steal her money. They're trying to steal her fucking money. They're trying to steal her fucking money.
The agency could have filed an intent to seize the cash, but it's unclear if that happened.
I don't see anything that indicates that's in play here or anyone's trying to seize the money.
Speaking of that money, Sims Irby says whatever she gets will come up short.
With legal fees and trying to get the court involved, now she's going to be losing out.
He's got the best voice I've ever heard. This reporter right here, he has the best voice I think I've ever heard.
On some of the money that originally she says was stolen from her.
I sympathize with her in that aspect. I do not think it's fair that she is going to be penalized trying to recover her funds.
I do not think it's fair. She gonna be penalized. I mean, this slow kind of North Carolina accent where they kind of hang on their words a little bit.
Right. And it opens a lot of other, the door to a lot of other questions.
Sims Irby also wants to know why the money is even being held at the Greenville Police Department in the first place. The robbery happened in Atlanta. The men were arrested in Greenville, but then sent back to Atlanta to face the charges.
Her question is, why did Greenville hold on to the money if their cases actually played out in Georgia?
That's a good question. It's hard to say why the money wouldn't have been transferred back to property and evidence in Georgia. It's possible Georgia said, we don't need it as evidence in the case. We've got what we need. And it could be the old colloquial hot potato. Nobody wants to deal with it. There's too many questions. It's somebody else's problem.
Either way, it is a problem for Sims Irby. And while these questions likely play out in court,
How you doing, sir? My name's JD. I'm a member of the media. Everything I do is recorded and on the record. But the thing is we was watching a video earlier today, and we seen this woman named Sims, and she had like $20,000. And it says here that the Greenville, North Carolina Police Department, they're keeping that money right there for some reason. And they said that she needs to file a civil suit to get her money back. And I was just trying to find out what the hell's going on around there. You got any answers for me, Captain?
No, sir.
I'm sorry, sir? What's that?
No, I don't have any answers for you. Call back tomorrow between 8 and 5. Speak with the records department.
Well, have you heard of this case? I'm just wondering if you heard about it at all whatsoever.
No, I haven't.
You haven't, huh? Well, I can give you a little background. Sims Darby, she got robbed in Atlanta, and they stabbed her and took her money. Those dirty robbers took her out the street. And then the bad boys that stole the money, they ran off to Greenville, North Carolina. And can you believe it? The coppers got them boys, and I was so happy to hear that because we back the blue around here. I got a blue stripe tattooed right across my chest. But I tell you what, then what I found out from Sims is that they kept her money. And so then she got robbed by bad people on the street, and then she got robbed by the police officer. So I'm just trying to find out what's going on around there. Are there bad cops there? Because most police departments are full of good, upstanding, great individuals. But every once in a while, you got a pig. You got a pig, and it messes up the whole trough. You know what I'm saying? What's that?
Did you hear me?
I did not hear anything you
call
said.
back tomorrow and speak with the records department between 8 and 5.
Well, between 8 and 5. Well, who's the captain or the chief or the grand poobah over there at that police department?
Tyndall.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, sir. Could you try that one more time for me?
Tyndall. Chief Tyndall.
Can you spell? I'm so sorry. Maybe, I know I got a funny accent too, but
Hold on.
what's that? You gonna have me hold on? Am I still on hold? Shit. I tell you what, some bitch, goddamn it. Come on now. Put me on hold like this. Come on now. Trying to get a little, what do you call it? Trying to get a little satisfaction here. You know what I'm saying? I want to get something determined here. I want to know what exactly is going to happen with this woman's money. All right, you took their money, is what you did. You took their money. Dan Cocheran's around here. Dan Cocheran, you in the room, Danny? Danny, what's going on with you out there, boy? Tell you what, dadgummit. Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day away. He ain't coming back. Potter's Rights Media. Potter's Rights Media. I've given you a couple phone calls. Maybe you can get another one. Should I try to call back? One more just for fun. One more for fun. See if we can get a little closure. That's what I was trying to get. It's closure. Seldwin, can we get a little closure, please? Complying Borg.
Greenville Police.
Hey, how you doing, sir? My name's JD. I'm a member of the press. Everything I do is recorded on the record. But the thing is I was given a call about this woman named Sims and her $20,000 that the Greenville police have. I was just trying to find out what the hell's going on around there.
If you would like, sir, I can refer you to our Internal Affairs Department when they come in tomorrow between the hours of 8 and 5, sir.
Well, some bitch, I'll tell you what. No, listen, it ain't no internal affairs thing. I was just trying to find out if you give me some. I mean, what am I going to tell the internal affairs? That the cops took her money and then they're going to investigate them cops? Or I'm just wondering if you guys have heard about this, if it's a big deal around there. Because to me, $20,000 is a lot of damn money. I don't know, $20,000, I might go to Vegas, maybe take a pool.
Sir, I'm not a holder of public records, so I do not have that information at this time, sir. So you would have to call back tomorrow between the hours of 8 and 5.
Well, I mean, listen, are you a police officer around there?
I'm a dispatcher, sir, so I'm not a holder of public records. You would have to call back between the
All
hours
right,
of 8
all
and
right,
5.
all right, all right. Well, let me ask you a question, all right? Now, are the most of cops there around there good? Are them good cops around there, or are there some bad cops in there too at the Greenville Police Department? Because on almost every police department, there's a few bad apples. You know that, just a couple. So I was just wondering, is it mostly good cops there? Or how many bad apples do you think you got there?
Sir, any information you would like to know, you can discuss it with records or internal affairs. Again, they are open between the hours of 8 and 5.
Well, I thought all internal investigations were sealed.
Again, sir, anything else, I can refer you to either those two or our public affairs person, and you can ask them any questions between the hours of 8 and 5.
Between the hours of 8 and 5. All right, I'll give you a call back then, all right, partner? Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Okay, now? What's that? You didn't even say goodbye or nothing, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Just doesn't even, I mean, come on now. Come on now, son of a bitch. Hang up the phone on me like that, you damn son of a farfig Nugan. We got that one. We got that one. Oh, yeah. Watch this. This one's crazy. This one's crazy. They off this guy, just so you guys know. Brace yourselves here. Brace yourselves, everybody. You're going to see a guy get offed. They off him. Ryan Rollins, some bitch. Listen, Ryan Rollins, Soy Leal. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, Chad's still in the room. Chad, you're still here, huh? Eric Treater is here. Good to see you, Chad.
Give me your hat, okay? Give me your hat.
Okay. So, warning. Oh, Kevin Gordon with the super chat. Kevin Gordon with the super chat earlier. I got my GoFundMe here pinned at the top. We got to serve the 2 judges, the prosecutor, the cop, and the 3 bailiffs next week. I already sent that off to the process server in Nevada, so the judges will be served next week, and that price tag's about $350. So I put the GoFundMe at the top of this because we're going to sue that dirty judge. I already did.
Give me your hat. Give me your hat. I'm not moving.
On the night of July 27, 2022, police arrived at the scene in Dallas following a report that 30-year-old Kyle Dale was involved in drug dealing.
Okay, so did you hear it? They got a report that Kyle Dale, Chevy, they got a report. Did you hear it, Chevy? So now I want to show you something. This man is over at the soda machine getting his soda filled up. Okay, so did they say, hey, police, disarm yourself? Do they say, hey, police, put your hands behind your back? They don't do any of that. They just immediately go hands-on.
Don't fucking move. Oh, me, don't push out. Don't move. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. Give your hat.
That's not blood. That's soda.
Hey, I'm not moving. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. Give me your hat, okay? Give me your hat. I'm not moving. I got 298 cover code 130152 Jupiter Road.
Angle number 2. So the guy's filling up a soda and putting on a tank top. Can everybody see that? Do you see that?
Don't fucking move. Don't move. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
So I think the most pathetic part about this, as someone who wrestles and grapples and fights, and I've coached wrestling for years.
Don't move.
There's 3 cops around him. There's 3 cops around this man, and they can't detain him.
I'm not moving.
There's 3 cops, and you see him with this. When you grab somebody, you don't use your thumb into their body. See my thumb like that? That's how his thumb is. Look how his thumb is like this. When you grab somebody, you grab a hold of them. How are you going to hold on to somebody with your thumb like that? What kind of retard is that? I mean, in real life, what kind of retard grabs another person like that with your hand like that? Do me a favor, everybody, double tap on the screen with your finger. 1,200 people, double tap your hand on the screen just like that for me. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Watch as I sue these judges.
Move it. I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
They don't know how to detain somebody. They don't know how to grapple. They don't know how to fight.
I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
So now there's 2 cops on him. One has him pinned against the sidewall, and the other one is completely out of position, and the third one has taken 2 steps back.
Okay, just relax.
Hey, Jupiter, pressure points don't work on guys who know how to fight. If you try to put me in a pressure point and you and I are in a fist fight, I'm going to knock you the fuck out. There's no such thing as, let me put you in a... So the little pressure point things the cops do, how they twist your wrist like this and like that, that only works if you're not going to fight back. If that cop tried to do that to me without the badge and gun on, I would beat the piss out of him.
Give him your hand. I'm not moving. Give him your...
So look, there's 3 cops there, and they're all 3 out of position.
I'm not moving. Give him your hands. I can't see. You don't need to see. I can't see. I can't see. I'm gonna chase you. No.
And then he doesn't even have him in a Merkle. He doesn't even have him. So when you got someone to the side, you can grab their head and arm and squeeze it, and you can pretty much disorient them and stretch them out. But he doesn't even have a Merkle.
Give me your hands. Good.
Now you get to see. Now watch this. You're going to get to see how out of position these cops are. It's so unbelievable. Did you guys double tap on the screen? Did you guys hit the like button? So there he is, okay? There he is. He's right there. And he is... One second. Let me see if I can get it. So you see it right there. Okay, there he is. Okay, so he's putting his shirt on. He's getting a soda. Okay, shirt's on his head. Okay, now here comes the cops. They never say, hey, police, turn around, put your hands on your head. They don't do any of that. They just go hands on and attack him. There it is right there. And he grabs him over the top. He grabs him over his arms. Let me tell you something. Whether you learn from jiu-jitsu guy, from pancration guy, from wrestler guy, from grappler, from shoot fighting, when you go to take somebody down, you go underneath of their armpits. Because underneath of your armpits, I can wrist roll you. But you don't grab someone on the outsides, and that's what he does right there. You saw him do it. Now watch him go arms over the top, which is not how you wrestle. Did you see what he did? That is not how you grab somebody if you want to control them. That is not how you grab somebody if you want to actually control them.
I'm not moving.
Okay, so 3 cops on top of him, right? Surely these 3 cops can detain him, right? Surely.
I'm not moving.
Okay, so now you got 3 cops, but the third cop is just this cop over here on the far side, right over here. He's just going to exit the scene. And I don't understand why. Why are you leaving the scene? Let's say the guy's bad. Let's go with the cop sucker in the crowd. I saw the cop sucker say, well, what did he do before this, right? I saw the cop sucking. I saw it, okay? Let's say he's bad and he has to be taken down. Then don't you want 6 arms grabbing the guy instead of 2 or 4? But they go all the way down to 2.
I'm not moving. Okay, just relax. Okay, give me your hand. I'm not moving. Give him your hand. I'm not moving. Give him your hand. I can't see.
Look, out of position, all of them. All of them are out of position.
I can't see. I'm gonna chase you.
Hold on a minute. They're going to drag him back into camera. Watch this. He's going to pull right back into camera so we get a perfect view.
No, chase you. Give me your hand.
Okay, there it is. So now they freeze frame, and He's trying to drop the gun, but they're not going to let him. They're going to kill him. Now, instead of grabbing him and rolling him up, they just start shooting him.
Kyle Dale had previous criminal records.
Now they're going to paint him ugly, that he's the worst guy ever. Forget what the aggressive, hostile pigs did. It was him. He was the bad guy. He was the evil one. He was the one. He was so bad. Like, you guys don't understand, man. I've seen so many of these videos. I've covered so many of these videos. Sally Stanley, we've seen so many of these videos. It's just super unbelievable that we keep seeing it and we keep seeing it and we keep seeing it. It's just, it makes me want to... Jeff Millman. Hey, Jeff, I hope you're feeling okay. I know your health was a little down yesterday. None ya business. It's not illegal to have a gun in Texas, says none ya business. What's going on, Ernie? Oh, Annie, I mean, listen, I know you're a cop sucker, my friend. Over 50% of this country sucks off the cops, so you're one of them. I get it. I understand. The cops are the good guys. Okay, that's how you feel. Now, you want to hear some cop-splaining bullshit? Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Right. Yemeni said, but he threw the gun. He was getting rid of the gun so he didn't get murdered. He got murdered anyway. Yeah, and then Scott Goodson said less than 50% like cops. Yeah, I think it goes, just so you know, if you guys want to know on the scale, because I check it all the time. We could check it again right now, and I'll show you the statistics. It goes between 48 that hate cops and 52 that support cops, and then it switches over. 52% hate cops to 48% that like cops, and it stays within that 4-point margin, and it's been there since before George Floyd. It finally switched over about 2018, where more people dislike cops or distrusted cops than like cops. And so this number, and this is done by lots of different analyst groups, and it's right about 50-50. But the cop suckers, the one who supports the cops, they're the worst. I literally hate them. I hate them. People are like, oh, Chille, didn't you wish that these people, were... Here's what I wish. What's yellow goes 80 miles an hour and screams. What is it? What is it? What's yellow goes 80 miles an hour and screams. Does anybody know the answer? Does anybody know the answer? I'll wait a minute and then we're going to watch this one right here. What is yellow goes 80 miles an hour and screams? What is it? What is it? Okay. So CC here said, get a hobby, dude. Actually, this is my job. Hey, let's get a couple super chats going. For my friend CC in the crowd here. Thanks. And watch this, CC. I'm going to make money by showing people that most cops are scum. And so CC said here, get a hobby. Some cops are bad, but you shit on all of them. All right, cool. Let's say that you got a bag of M&Ms and there were only half of them were poison. Only half the bag was poison. How many of those M&Ms are you going to trust? Huh, CC? Huh, CC? So what's yellow goes 80 miles an hour and screams? A bus full of trolls and copsuckers going over a cliff. Bus full of trolls and copsuckers going over a cliff. And God rest their soul. May God pray for them. May God bless them and forgive them for being the horrible people that they are.
Good morning, sir. How are you? Good morning. Any reason you're just pulling over? I didn't put my blue lights on until you pulled over.
Well, I saw you coming after me, so I figured.
How do you know I was coming after you, bud? How do you know I was coming after the black car behind you? I didn't stop for my light.
Look at that super chat coming in, Kevin Gordon. So then someone in the crowd's going to say, "So you have the same opinion about races?" Yeah. I'm racist against all races except for my own. But every other race, I hate.
Well, you went around them and came behind me, so.
I was just in the passing lane, dude. How do you know I was just gonna blow your doors off and go on and do whatever I gotta do?
Oh.
You don't know what I was doing?
Usually,
No. There's no usually, buddy. You just pulled over on your own free will on the side of the interstate after making an abrupt exit, which I don't think you used your blinker.
I did.
Ha ha ha! Listen to this cop, man. This cop is rich. It is rich. This is some bold. Dan Cochran with the super chat. Dan Cochran went to the GoFundMe. GoFundMe's pinned at the top of this chat. You guys drop by there, drop $20 in that GoFundMe so I can serve the 2 judges, the cop, the prosecutor, and 3 bailiffs. Dan Cochran with the $20 super chat. Kevin Gordon. So I guess this would be my job then if this is how I make money, right? This is what I do for a living? Just checking. Thank you, Dan Cochran. Thanks, Kevin Gordon. So I didn't know we got to see the cop. I didn't know we got, hold on. This is the second, 4th, or 5th time I've watched this because I covered this already. Okay, there's the cop right there. I didn't get to see him before. That's him right there. That's the pig right there. Who obviously, so what do you guys know for a fact? What do you know for a fact? When the cop pulls up behind you, your hair on the back of your neck stands up, your arms lock out like this, right? And you all of a sudden you're very mechanical, you're very nervous because there's a jackboot thug pig behind you, right? And so now this cop walks up to you, and instead of going through that disgusting process of feeling like you're being stalked by a pig, right? Okay. Check this out. He's going to try to say that he was not doing anything wrong. The cop wasn't doing anything wrong.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning.
Any reason you're just pulling over? I didn't put my blue lights on until you pulled over.
Well, I saw you coming after me, so I figured.
How do you know I was coming after you, bud? How do you know I was coming after the black car behind you? I didn't stop put my lights on.
Well, you went around them and came behind me, so.
I was just in the passing lane, dude. How do you know I was just gonna blow your doors off and go on and do whatever I gotta do?
How do you know you weren't just gonna blow my doors off and go do what I gotta do? Because that's what you want to do. Wanda Meese is in the room, everybody. I still haven't seen Claudette. Where is Claudette? I have not seen Claudette, and I haven't seen Melania. Where is Melania, and where is Claudette? There's Death Angel. So what do we know? You wanted to get behind me and terrorize me. And if you watch at the beginning of this, the cop goes jerking around. So look, you see the cop? You see him come whipping in? He passed a car. Like he's not going to pull him over. What a load of shit on a stick. You're sitting there lying. You're sitting there lying. Well, we're about to find out, aren't we? We're about to find out. And the cop's lights aren't even on yet. Right. Potter's Rights Media just said it. You guys make sure you're subscribed to my friend Potter's Rights Media. His channel got deleted. He had to start a new channel. Make sure Potter's Rights Media, get your link in the chat. There's 1,400 people here. We can get you a couple hundred subscribers.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning.
Any reason you're just pulling over? I didn't put my blue lights on until you pulled over.
Well, I saw you coming after me, so I figured.
How do you know I was coming after you, bud?
Because Potter's Rights Media just pointed out that you passed a car going fast and then weaved over 2 lanes to get behind the man so you could terrorize him before you pulled him over. That's why. Yeah, I guess it was 3 lanes, wasn't it? So he was in the 3rd lane and then cut over and came over. Was there all 3 lanes there? Let me just see real quick. Yeah, there is 3 lanes. It's a 3-lane road. So he came over from the, there it is. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 lanes. Yeah, he came all the way over 3 lanes. You're exactly correct. That's exactly what he did.
It's on until you pulled over.
Good morning.
Any reason you're just pulling over? I didn't put my blue lights on until you pulled over.
Well, I saw you coming after me, so I figured.
How do you know I was coming after you, bud? How do you know I was coming after the black car behind you? I didn't stop put my lights on.
Well, you went around them and came behind me, so.
I was just in the passing lane, dude. How do you know I was just gonna blow your doors off and go on and do whatever I gotta do?
Oh.
You don't know what I was doing?
Usually,
I mean, put a 1 in the chat if the cop's a liar. You fucking liar. You fucking lying pig. You went to fucking pull the guy over, and he didn't want to deal with you playing cat and mouse game with him, so he pulled over. You fucking lying pig. Put a 1 in the chat if that is a lying pig. Lying pig. Michael Dolan, is he a lying pig? Lying fucking pig. That was such bullshit. And then he's going to sit there and copsplain and say, how do you know I wasn't just going to blow your doors off and then just not pull you over? You fucking did what you did, pig, so you could harass the guy. You fucking lying fucking pig. Mark Bear, is he a lion pig? Jennifer, is he a lion pig? I saw Jennifer Hill. I saw Jennifer W in the chat just now. Lion pig, cream pie. Cream Pie Heaven just donated $5 super chat. Right on, Cream Pie. Cream Pie Heaven. You know, I got a buddy who does a lot of commercials for those channels.
No, there's no usually, buddy. You just pulled over on your own free will on the side of the interstate after making an abrupt exit, which I don't think you used your blinker. I did.
So why is he saying that? Because a Wren stop, WHREN, from the 1996 case of Wren versus United States, a Wren stop says that you can pull someone over on a pretext, believing that they're transporting drugs or they have paraphernalia or whatever, or you think they have a warrant, whatever. But they have to have some sort of traffic infraction. So the pig here
after making
is going to lie and say you didn't use your blinker, Cream Pie Heaven, so that he can justify a stop. Ripple Effect! What's up, Playboy? Ripple Effect with a super chat. Only one way to heaven. Repent and be baptized in Jesus Christ's name. Keep up the good work, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I appreciate that.
But you just pulled over on your own free will on the side of the interstate after making an abrupt exit, which I don't think you used your blinker.
I did.
So it's time to resist. You guys know that, right? So just so you guys know, with the camera systems they've installed today, this chasing people in cars can become a thing of the past. There's no reason to chase people. Thanks, Ripple Effect, for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Ripple Effect. Kyle Schmidt is in the house, everybody. What's going on, Kyle? I try to repeat myself as much as I can, Quality Media. Quality made in the USA. I try to repeat myself as much as I can. Did I say that yet? BS Unleashed. BS Unleashed is in the chat. So dangerous for all of us. This is so dangerous for everybody on the road. This kind of nonsense by these cops. It's crazy, Kevin Gordon. Kevin Gordon, how crazy is this? They should not be driving like this. Oh yeah, now wipe him out doing this speed. Real good. He wants to kill him. He wants to kill him. That's a death stop right there. He's going to try to pit maneuver. He's trying to kill the guy. Oh my God. Oh my God. The guy's probably dead. Wow. Is it still going or did it loop? Okay, that looped. That looped. Wow. Mark Bear. Yeah, or he's trying to kill someone. Dakota Wolf with the super chat. What's up, Dakota Wolf? First time I've said your name today. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Rancho Relaxo. Kyle Schmidt. Everybody say hello to Kyle Schmidt. Kyle Schmidt is back. Kyle Schmidt is in the chat. Everybody say hello to Kyle. Let's Go TVO with 10 gifted memberships. What's up, Playboy? Okay, so listen, I want to say this, and I'm going to say this. So Let's Go TVO just gifted out 10 memberships. Thanks, Let's. Thank you, Let's. So, and let me just read them off. Paul C. got a membership. Not Yo Mama got a membership. Victor B. got a membership. JM got a membership. Herbie Hancock got a membership. Right on. Right on. You guys welcome the new members. Thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate it. Now, listen, I'm going to say this, and I say this with the utmost respect. It's time to resist these federal cops who wear masks. It is time to publicly resist. And that doesn't mean that I'm telling you to overthrow the government or kill anybody or hurt anybody. I'm saying it's time to resist. And if you want to see how to resist, when these cops come on the scene, what the community does is they pack the streets and they don't let them have free movement. Now, could that be considered obstruction or interfering? Yes, it could. Could you get arrested for that? Yes, you could. And it's also called conscientiously objecting to a police state, prison state, death state, to cops wearing masks without any badge numbers written on their bodies. You see that? Do you see what he's doing? He's not trying to fight the cop. He's just consciously objecting. Could you get arrested for that? Yes, you could. You could get arrested for this. He's consciously objecting. Super chat by Jeff Millman. Time to resist federal cops that wear masks. And then Elk Rocky. Appreciate your hard work, brother. Thank you so much, Elkie. I appreciate that, Elk. Thanks a lot, man.
Signed up for? Is this what you want to be doing?
Do you see what they're doing? They got 3 or 4 men deep, and they're just not moving their ground. Could that be considered a crime? It could be considered a crime. It could be interfering. It could be obstructing. So you may have to take the ride if you decide to conscientiously object. Let's Go TVO. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate that. Jeff Millman, thank you. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you, Elk Rocky.
Lower your mask!
It's Elk Rocky.
Fucking unmarked car!
She yelled in his face and he pushed her. He went to physical violence and all she did was yell. All she did was yell.
Signed up for? Is this what you want to be doing? Lower your mask! Please. Fucking unmarked car!
I mean, I love it. I love conscientiously objecting. I'm not calling for violence against police officers. You guys know that. I'm not calling for violence against ICE or federal agents. Not calling for violence at all. I'm saying that if you want to protest and conscientiously object, and you want to stand in the street and impede their movement, it could be considered a crime, and you could be charged with obstruction or interference. I feel like it's time to resist. That's what I feel like. And I'm going to say what I think. It's time to resist federal agents who cover their faces with no badge number. With no badge number on their chest, no badge number on their back. It's time to resist. in a peaceful, non-violent, non-complying way. You see that? You see that? Which is our right. It's our right to protest. Now, you could be arrested. I was arrested in Ironton, Ohio. I still have a warrant for my arrest in Ironton because if I had gone to my bond revocation hearing, they would have put me in the dungeon in Ironton and I would probably be dead today. I had to make the decision. I had to make the decision that I didn't want to live in a dungeon and I didn't want to be killed in that dungeon. Robert, it's gone way past get the dirty illegals. So let me ask you, Robert, you think when we deport 1 million people, 2 million, 10 million people, you think that your son or daughter is not going to be addicted to drugs? Is that what you think? Do you think that you're going to get rid of the cartels because the war on drugs is what creates the cartels? Do you think that it's going to be less of a police state when we get rid of the illegals? Do you think you're going to get a higher paying job, Robert, when we get rid of illegal immigrants? Do you think your grocery bill is going to go down? What is going to be the net? What's going to be the fruit of getting rid of all the dirty illegals? What's going to be the net? What's going to be the net gain? Oh, man. You guys, listen, don't fuck around. These moderators will kick your ass out of here. Do not fuck around in my chat. The moderators will just send you packing. They really... No, it won't, Jack. No, it won't. Jack said crime will go down. No, it won't. Spend 5 seconds doing research. Americans commit more crimes than illegal immigrants by far, 3-1 here in California. 3 times less likely to have a crime done to you by an illegal alien than you are a resident of the state of California. So what are you talking about? You're just making shit up. You're watching Fox News. That's why I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat, because both sides are so full of shit. And then they create this bullshit narrative like people, like, I'm sure you're a good man. I got nothing but respect for you, man. You're allowed to have your perspective. Nobody's kicking you out of the chat because you're not personally attacking me. We disagree. But the thing is that when we get rid of all the dirty illegals, crime's not going to go down. No. Wages are not going to go up. Your quality of life isn't going to be better. You know what would make your quality... You know what would make your... Do you know what would make... Hopefully this comes back. Do you know what would make your quality of life improve? What would make your quality of life improve is if we got rid of the homeless problem and we created tiny house communities for the homeless outside of the towns so they didn't sleep in tents on our sidewalks. The most of the assaults that happen to the kids when the kids are walking around are from homeless. We have a big homeless problem in our country. No, I don't think I can, Halvey. Halvey said you can't convince him. I don't think I can. I don't think I can. Wages are not going to go up, Michael. You're crazy, dude. Wages are about to drop dramatically when drones replace human beings being the laborers. We're about to go to a universal basic income in the world because the elites are going to hire drones to do the jobs that humans once did. And that's a fact, Jack. That's a fact. That's an absolute fact. That's what's going to happen. Yeah. Reach the Peak says we do not endorse violence against police. Of course we don't. Never have, never will. So Mad Master Neil said, why is homelessness a problem? I'll tell you why. Because we send our boys off to wars and then they come back all fucked up because you're not supposed to kill people. I'm not supposed to kill people. You're not supposed to kill people. And we send our boys off to these pointless, endless, stupid wars for oil money, for mercenary money. And then they come back and we got a third of our homeless are veterans. And then half of all people who are homeless are orphans or don't have any parents who are alive. Did you know that? So we don't take care of people in this country, but there's plenty of money for cops, cages, bombs, and wars. And you won't get me stuck in the idea that, oh, Israel's right. No, Hamas is bad. No, Hamas is good and Israel's bad. No, I'm not doing it. I think that governments like Benjamin Netanyahu, I think he's a piece of shit. I think Trump's a piece of shit, just like I think Obama's a piece of shit. Obama started the whole drone warfare thing that the Ukraine is now doing in Russia. They're using drones. We're not going to agree on politics on everything. What we do agree on is that we live in a police state, prison state, death state. police state, prison state, death state. That's what we live in. Buck the original, Butch the original from Ironton, Ohio. They knew back then you smoked in Ironton. They wanted to get you with your gun while under the influence. Fact. Oh, I mean, I might smoke weed now and then, but it's pretty rare. It's pretty rare, especially right now, because I'm really dialed in with what I'm doing. Thanks, Butch the original. I appreciate it. Dan Cochran. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to agree on all politics, and I don't have the answers for everything. But the policies, procedures, and protocols of cops has to be changed. We have to change the policies, procedures, and protocols of cops. That's what has to change. And I will run for governor, and I will win. Everything I'm doing has taken so long, and it'll continue to take more time. But by the end of 2025, we should have everything in place. Everything should be in place by the end of this year. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Is that what they were trying to do, Butch the original? They were trying to say that because I might have smoked weed now and then, that they're going to try to get me under the influence when I have my gun? That's not possible. If I pissed in a cup right now, there might be a trace, if there's even any trace in my system at all, of any chemical at all whatsoever. So, you know what I'm saying? It's, yeah, YouTube Surfer, it's not just qualified immunity, it's Terry versus Ohio. Put it in the comment section, OTVO. Gary Bryant is in the chat, everybody. Gary Bryant is in the chat. So let me give you guys an update on Craig Hendry. I spoke to Craig Hendry's significant other yesterday or the day before. We have not heard from Craig Hendry since Friday, and today's Wednesday. Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. So we have not heard from Craig Hendry since Friday. So thoughts and prayers for Craig Hendry, everybody. We did. Is Donnell Brown in the room? Is Donnell Brown still in the room? We still put money on Craig Hendry's books yesterday. We put money on Craig Hendry's books every Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. Every week, Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday, I send money over to Donnell Brown, and she puts money on Craig Hendry's books every single, and we've done it ever since he's been in jail. We don't miss. We don't miss a single week. Not once. Not once. We haven't missed a single week. And it used to be more money, but I'm not making as much as I used to, so I can't donate as much. But I'm donating what I can when I can. And every week we put at least 50, 60, 70 bucks on his books. So that's what we're doing for and Gary Bryant is one of those guys. I get a Cash App or a Venmo or a PayPal from Gary regularly. It's only 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks, but it always says Hendry on it, and so I pay that money forward. And that's what we're going to continue to do. We're going to keep on supporting that guy. You know, free Lane Myers as well. Lane Myers is languishing in a dungeon for doing nothing than other booing. He booed at a city council meeting. So it's just so terrible. It's such a horrible situation. It really, really is. It really is Russian plant. Oh, is that who's been doing it? Jay Surreal's been posting Craig Hendry's videos. He sent me a letter the other day. I just got it. He said he's holding on strong. They wanted to give him a plea deal, and he rejected it. So, well, Scott, we should change the entire idea that people have to be put in chains. And then we got a super chat. Let me read the super chat since we're kind of on intermission here. East Carbon Exposed with a $20 super chat. Chief of Police and City Council targeted my business with ridiculous tickets, now closed. I was facing 90 days in jail for supposedly not picking up dog poop. Chief Sammy Leonard, $134,000 a year on a retired salary, and mayor. East Carbon, do you have any video of anything like that? Can you send me any video? You're probably just on the wrong page, brother. You're probably just on the wrong page, dude. Just go find a page that people are going to enjoy your perspective. There's plenty of bootlicking, cop-sucking pages where they all get together and suck off the cops. Show you guys my motion. And let me tell you guys something. Let me tell you guys something. I'm training like a demon. I am training like a demon. I'm training so hard every day. So here's my next motion coming out. This motion, let me see. Oh, there it is. There it is. I don't want people to see the actual words on the motion, but there's the motion right there. There's the motion. I just wrote this motion today. It took me like 3 hours. I can't wait to file this next motion. I cannot wait. And this next motion is really going to make him go, what? What did Chille say? What is he doing? What is he doing? This motion is so good. This motion is so good. It took me 3 hours to write, but I got another motion coming out. Mad, what's going on? Mad Master Neil. What's that? Read her comments, Chille complying Borg. I didn't see it. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Complying Borg. Let me see. What do you got there? Oh, I see. Okay. You put the wrong link, I think, Complying Borg. And this one says, in my town, a man was shot when police had the wrong address and answered the door of his home with a gun and was shot. And the Supreme Court of New Mexico said it was valid. I saw that the other day on Leto Law. Scott Davidson, we all are, man. It's a never-ending battle. It's a never-ending battle. So what are we crying about today? Dude, you guys listen. You guys will not. You won't last long in this room. These moderators are like my family. I mean, we got a group chat going. I got 3 different group chats with 3 different groups of Team DLZ. Daniel Puckett just put a super chat in. GPS don't care whose lives they put at risk when chasing someone down. Georgia State Patrol. I've personally been pushed off the road by them for responding to a call. That's crazy. That is crazy. Pro Se America DLZ is in the chat, everybody. Say hello to Pro Se. Pro Se is also fighting his own federal civil rights lawsuit. Is that a state court case or is that a federal court case? Pro Se America DLZ. Is that? Yeah, thanks, Mikey B. I appreciate that. Good to see you, Gloria. East Carbon Exposed. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Is that Georgia you were talking about? Death Angel, Joseph Barbini. Chevy, what's up? Chevy, you got another song for us? Chevy, I like that snappy, poppy, fast-paced song you did last time. If you do another song like that, Chevy, send it over to me. Listen, I gotta do something. As you guys know, you're in the greater Los Angeles area. I'm shooting. I'll be shooting tonight. I'll be shooting tomorrow. Daytime, I think we shoot again Friday night. We're shooting all the time. I got the studio set up, and it's finally cooking. I'm doing something kind of special with what I'm doing with the videos now, so I can't get into it. But Sally, reach the peak. Les Paul, Death Angel. Listen, I got to get the flock out of here. We are Sparta! Boom, kicks that motherfucker right in the hole. Kyle Schmidt kicks him right in the fucking hole. BS Unleashed. Good to see you. Chevy, send me the song, man. You got the song? All right, listen, I got to get the flock out of here. Joker, reach the peak. Ms. Osgood, Gloria, Chris Beaumont. What's going on, Chris? And you guys, don't be afraid to send me videos. If you see videos that I cover and you want to send me a video, okay? Don't be afraid to email me. I check every email. Now, I can't click on, if I don't know who you are, I don't click on links, I don't click on pictures. But if you send me a video, and especially if there's a screenshot and I can see it comes from the civil rights lawyer or from X or whatever, then I'll click on the video. Greg B., appreciate you, man. Listen, Eddie, good to see you. BS Unleashed, I got to get the flock out of here, you guys. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you on the next one. Mikey B. Later, Gators. Good stream. It was a good stream. Good folks. Good people.